So I start in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most kind, and I greet you all with the greetings of paradise. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. I know the brother mentioned that it's always a pleasure to meet the brothers from JFAC again, but at the same time it annoys me that we have to keep coming back year on year, and our sister is still detained, is tortured, and her honour is being taken. And you know what really annoys me is that when they call her prisoner 650, as if she's just some number. You know, she's just a number, another one of the prisoners there. We can torture her, we can rape her, we can humiliate her, it doesn't matter. She's just prisoner 650. And I think it's important for everyone here, to emphasize that no, she's not a number. She's our sister, she's our mother, she's Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, and she will be free, inshallah. God willing, she will be free. But the thing is, it's important for us to stand up. And leading up to this demonstration, I've been doing a lot of research about Dr. Aafia Siddiqui. I won't lie to you. I go to my local masajid and to people, brothers and sisters, to talk to them. And generally, Muslims, we are quite ignorant about the problems facing our community. I didn't know about Abu Zubaydah. How it was the waterboarding that was done to him was the beginning of Bush's regimes of torture. I didn't know about that, and I'm quite embarrassed that my brother, who's been attacked for no other reason, for no reason that's been made clear, is waterboarded, and they're using all these torture methods against him. And while I was researching about Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, our sister, that horrible feeling dawned upon me that we're not doing enough, and I'm not doing enough. It's not enough to be part-time activists for the cause. It's not enough to just turn up every now and then to help those who are suffering. We have to dedicate our lives to the cause. And I don't mean that in terms of rhetoric. I mean that sincerely, that there can be no peace anywhere until there is peace for all. You know, the famous words that, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. Our sister, she represents our ummah, she represents our people, she represents humanity, and they have tortured her, they've humiliated her, they've raped her, her honour's been taken. And for us to sit back and pretend that it's okay to go about our lives and think that for us to turn up every now and then will somehow help her, it's incorrect. We have to dedicate our lives to the cause. There's some faces that I see at every single demonstrations, there's some faces where I see that are always talking to brothers and sisters about why we need to be active, why we need to help our sister, why we need to help those who are suffering in Palestine, in Iraq, everywhere around the world. There are Muslims who dedicate their time to this, but there needs to be more. The duty of helping the ummah is not the duty of some, it's the duty of all. And we cannot forget that. We have to dedicate our lives to helping those who are suffering. It's not enough to shed some tears and say, Allah, you come down and deal with the situation. No, we deal with this situation. We help her who's suffering, because Allah says it is through the believers that justice will happen, and we have to be those people. We can't sit back anymore. We have to dedicate our lives. And the more I read about Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, what disgusts me is that the narrative, as Brother Raza Kareem mentioned from Islamic Human Rights Commission, who by the way do fantastic work, and their research should be read by more people to understand, to understand the false narrative that's portrayed against us, that what you see is that it's often portrayed as if America is the bastion of good, of democracy and bringing light upon the world. I don't see any light when Dr. Aafia Siddiqui is taken and sentenced for 86 years in prison. That's not a they call it a life sentence. No, it's a death sentence. That's what it is. She'll never see her children again. She doesn't know what's going on. And for everyone that knows that's got a mother or has a sister, there's a softness in the heart of our Muslims, of our sisters. And she will never know, she doesn't know where her children are. She's kept there. She's saying she's mentally unstable now in this Carson prison. It's unjust. And for Muslims, we have to stand up. There has to be a case where we say enough. We can't be successful. When I talk to Muslims, and I talk to any average person, they think success is, if you're wearing a nice suit, if you got a nice car, you got a nice house. No, that's not success. If your sister is suffering, there is no success for you. Our sister has to be saved, and you have to dedicate our lives to that. And so I say to everyone here, there's one of three things you can do. Well, actually, there's four things you can do. The first thing is this. Dedicate all your time possible to this cause that JFAC is part of. We need to help out in whatever way we can. There's brothers around with petitions, handing out leaflets. Please, sign it, tell others about it. And don't let this demonstration be the end of your work for our sister. Let this be the beginning, inshallah. This should be the beginning for you. Don't let this be an emotional thing, because then that proves that your love for the ummah is emotional. No, my love for the ummah is eternal. My love for our brothers and sisters should be eternal. So you should dedicate your time to the JFAC cause and help them out wherever you can. The second thing that we can do is to expose the lies that are always out there against our sister. You often hear America talking about, the American government, about how, you know, we have to stop terrorism, we have to stop those that spread lies. Well, by their own definition, the American government is the biggest terrorist out there, and that has to be said around the world. We shouldn't be afraid to say that. It's a fact, and it's a fact that should be told to everyone that what they are doing is extreme. And by their own definition of extreme actions, they are extremists. And that should be told to everyone. And the third thing, brothers and sisters, that we have to do is that we have to tell everyone else around us, there aren't enough people here. There are 2 million Muslims in the UK. There's millions of people within the United Kingdom. We need more people here to show up. You know, when I saw the Trayvon Martin demonstration, I love those people that are standing up for that brother. And I realized that, look, one man is shot and everyone stands up. You know, you see on Twitter people talking about, on Facebook, people dedicating their profiles to it, talking to everyone. Our sister's been sentenced for 86 years. 86 years. And if all that we can do is come to a demonstration, what does that say about us? We need to do more. We need to tell more people about it. This should be discussed in the homes everywhere. Every Muslim, every non-Muslim, every human being should be talking about how a woman has been unjustly imprisoned for 86 years. And the fourth option which remains is to sit back and do nothing. We can sit back and pretend everything will be okay, when we know it won't. We know deep down in our hearts, we know there's something wrong, that a woman can be imprisoned for 86 years with no real proof, and we're told to accept it. Told to accept it. It's part of the war on terror. This isn't a war on terror, it's the war of terror. And we have to tell everyone about that, and stand up and tell the government here, and the American embassy, that we will not live, there can be no peace until our sister lives in peace. We will not allow our sister's honor to be taken, for her to be humiliated. She represents us, and we are one ummah. And our ummah's victory is one, our loss is one. We are one. And inshallah our sister will be free. Akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Jazakallah.